and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca and it is time to dekit Mama and Baby Fox. To be honest, I don't expect this one to take that long. I don't know what it is, my rounds never seem to take long at all. Maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe it's just because there's less colours in them, or maybe it is because I can get out both my round boxes at once and I'm not putting boxes back in two. I'm just grabbing and tipping them in. Always fun doing the middle ones of these. On my boxes that hold 28, so they have 4 in here rather than 3. They're a lot easier because they're smaller, whereas these are pretty much the same size as the baggy opening. So those at either end are fine, but the one in the middle is always entertaining. So 3 done. Let's see how the stickers are going to come off today. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. If I remember rightly, were these stickers that I had pre-done? I think they might have been. It was a video, hints and tips video that I did ages ago, because this one has been in my stash for a while. New number alert. We have a new number for my rounds. 437. I am surprised that that is a new number, but let me grab my book with my whips and my spares. They're ABs. Here's my normal spares. 437. I already have it in squares. I now have it in rounds 2. So I do still have most. There is the odd number I don't have, but not many. Not many at all. Most of them I have across the board, but we'll keep the book out just in case we end up with another one. A little bit slower when doing the middle pots. Oh. I ended up with one stuck to my finger, but I'm not opening the bag again for that. 779. Jump over to that one. Add those in. And get my stickers off. They are coming off really nicely, actually. So that's good. Then we have 819. It is a bit full, this box, though. Oh, I do still have some little extra dividers at the front and at the back. Maybe I need to take those out. Maybe I need to take the little extra bits out. Just don't have the space for them anymore. Okay, that's one box done. Then we go on to 842. These have been put into here in DMC order, so I don't have to back and two like a yo-yo, which is always good. 842 and then 919. This one's got a little bit more wiggle room, or at least this row has. 919. Next one done. How many colours did this one have? Oh, 16. So we definitely don't have too many colours to deal with, and the stickers are coming off this set without residue, which is all the better because there's no cleaning involved afterwards. If I do end up with residue on my cases when I've finished dekitting a painting, I do like to clean it up so that when I get it out for my next painting, it is nice and new and fresh as my new painting would be. Okay, fail on that one. That one I did miserable. Do the old wet the finger a little bit, pick them up. If I find any more afterwards, tough. Okay, 951. Oh. I always wonder as I go to pull them out. I forget that with rounds, I don't have anywhere near as many full bags as I do with square, because I just, in general, I do more square paintings than I do round. It's only been since I've started using the wheel to pick exactly what painting I'm going to do, have I found that I am getting a bit more of an even-ish split, and actually getting through a few more of my round paintings, which, to be fair, is a good thing. I haven't been adding small paintings to my stash either, so it's always good that they just go down. Oh, this one's actually pretty full. Seems to be quite a popular one. Added benefit with this one as well, because the background was all white. Of course, I had more than one pot's worth of the white, but because I don't label, if I have extras that are either 310, 5200 or 3865, I generally don't label the extras, and that's my sort of rule, because it's basically white or black. If for any reason I have 3865 and 5200, then I will label them, of course, because telling the difference between the two of them, while it can be done, I'm more likely to make a colossal mistake. But yeah, because it was only 3865, even though all these pots were full, I've only got one sticker to take off, which is a bonus. So, stickers all done. I've got a little bin hanging off my little baby IKEA cart, so I'll pop those in there. But my storage is all ready for my next one. So this belongs in my Kallax drawer with my other small clear storage. And now I can pop my round boxes away and we can trim up the canvas. So to show you Mama and Baby Fox, let's also put this away. We only had one more colour, but we'll take one. This is Mama and Baby Fox finished. If you spotted my whip and waffle when I finished this, I did sort of show it, but it was on my easel. I think they just look absolutely adorable. And I think they're going to look really, really nice once I have mounted it. So what I like to do for mine, my 30 by 40s anyway, because quite often the 30 by 40 measurement actually includes this border that I'm cutting off. So they end up a bit smaller than 30 by 40. And they mount onto a piece of A3 cardstock really, really nicely. Okay, I've just managed to knock a diamond off, but luckily not too far. Stay down. So yeah, they line up on a piece of cardstock really, really nice. So I'm going to trim all my edges off. I'm trying to get very close to the black line. I am going to be putting it on black cardstock, so I'm not bothered if the black line is still there. But ideally, I don't want any white the other side of the black line, because that will show up on my black cardstock. So I'm cutting as close as I can. Of course, my scissors are constantly sticking to the overhang of glue on the canvas, because for some reason on this one, I mustn't have needed to, I didn't line it with washi tape. Quite often I will line the excess part with washi tape, but I think because I did all the white around the edges in one sitting, I've not noticed when I've been doing all the colour in the middle. I've not noticed the stickiness, so if it's not got on my nerves or stuck to my clothes, then I just don't remove it. I don't cover it up. And now my scissors are suffering, but it's okay. These scissors have been through a few bouts of Goo Gone when required, just to get any excess stickiness off. But these I get rid of. You can always keep the legend off the side if you wish. That is purely a personal preference thing. But this is my black card. This is just picked up in a pack of like 20 from the range. And this will be going on here. So if I have a look, I can't see any overhang of white over the black line that is annoying. So that's good. So what I want to do is I just want to put 2 strips of double-sided tape. Because these can fit in an A3 display book, I'm not too worried about putting loads and loads of tape on it, because the display book keeps it in place. But I do often like to put, well, in fact, we're going for that much. I do often like to put 2 full strips on the edges and then 1 in the middle. This one's a little bit shorter than normal because it's the end of my roll, but that's fine. And then to mount it, so first up I get it lined up. I like it to be top heavy, it's just personal preference of mine, for these 3 edges to be the same. And when I'm happy with that, I put my arm on the painting, peel it back to get the backing off my double-sided tape, just the top piece. I'm not bothered about the rest. And then peel that back. And then because of the weight of the diamonds, I just let it fall. The weight of the diamonds will keep it flat. So now that is even stuck on. I mean, I could pull it off, but it is stuck on. So then I roll it all the way back up to my piece in the middle, peel off my top, and again I just let it drop, press down the part in the middle, and then re-lift up the bottom and try my best. See, I had such a great time with the other pieces that this one is being a royal pain. Come on, don't make me go to another corner. This corner's easier. There we go. And then again, let that drop. And that is now ready to go into my display book. I've got all the details in my logbook for the painting, where it came from and all that sort of jazz. So I don't personally feel as though I need to keep the ledger part. But I have on past ones, I have, especially if I've gifted, I did one for my niece, and I put it in a frame for her bedroom. I actually stuck on the back of the frame the legend stuff, just in case any fell off. So if that is something you prefer, that's always nice information to bob on the back, and then you can still display it. But of course, if any diamonds were to fall off, you can find out what symbol equals what DMC number, go to your spares and sort that out. But to be honest, I've not actually had it happen to me. I think if I did have it happen where I lost some diamonds, I would probably start saving it from there on out. But because it's not been an issue, I've just not bothered. But yeah, personal preference, and if you feel like doing it, you can. But that is another one checked off my list. Definitely had a very good start to completions at the beginning of the year. But as you may well know, I am now on a large square, so that will potentially take me a little bit longer. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here while I dekitted this one and finished it completely. And I will speak to you all again soon.